Hi, everyone. It's Linda G coming to you from Northern California, where we had a pretty good rain yesterday, and Saturday is going to be even bigger. And then I guess it's heading towards Southern California. Where the hell did that fly come from? I'm going to take care of business. You know what I'm saying? Right here. So anyway, I want to tell you guys a few things. First of all, I want to thank you guys for the books I got. Merging of the Realms from Richard Talley, Merging of the Realms. And let's see what he says. The Merging of the Realms is the story of, it's got some nice stuff, good reviews too, by the way, you guys. He ascends a magical sentiment mountain by moving through caves and tests his ability to navigate fear, temptation, awareness, and time. Looks good. Um, Looks good. Okay, so we got that book. It takes me a while sometimes to get my mail from my post office. I got these cards, and it's just personalized cards. And where's her name? Oh no, I sent her a thank you, and I must have deleted her name, but you know who you are. It does it even say in here who she is? Comes in a little tin box, real pretty background. And see all blessings, answers to questions, really cute cards. But I like that rosy colored back look. You should have your name on the can, girlfriend. So I'll need to find that out. I already sent the thank you, so it's gone. Shannon sent me bloody handprints. Fascinating story of passion, greed, and murder in a small town in Oklahoma. And on September 24th, 1914, young Anne Martin, mother of two, was attacked and violently murdered while sleeping in her own bed. No one was ever caught or brought to justice. In this unsolved murder case, which haunted the town of Braggs, Oklahoma, and the Martin family for decades, after years of research, Arthur Shannon Rudy has unfurled the mystery surrounding her grandmother's tragic end. This looks very interesting. So I got to read this one. Okay, and take a look here. Guess what I got from Australia? We've got forecaster Oracle, Trish James. She had told me she's doing a new deck. So, as you know, in order to season my cards, I sleep with them under my pillow. I take them with me everywhere. Uh-oh, this one got bent a little bit. So we'll play with these and kind of check it out. I think it's too soon right now to play with them because I haven't been able, and they're stiff as can be, so I can't uh, shuffle them. So they've got to be played with. But thank you. Air turbulence, upheavals, and chaos, algorithm influence. These look good, girlfriend. I'm going to check them out, but I got to put them under my pillow. And I got to really shuffle them and shuffle them and shuffle them until they bend a little bit. Okay. And what else did I get? Did I get anything else here? I did get Voices of the Whale Oracle from Nath. And thank you guys. I heard you really enjoyed the Nath one that I did, the Nath show. So I want to tell you, you guys remember. Oh, and by the way, yesterday I was just unable to get up and take care of myself. I just wanted to lay around. I can't say I was feeling bad, but I was feeling exhausted. And usually after doing over 60 readings, I will have a day I have to do nothing. And that day was yesterday. And I rescheduled my people A, B, C, D, E, F, A through F to meet with me at 3 o'clock today, Friday, to do your 3 card. So sorry about that. And then come January, after the holiday season. We'll start again with two winners from subscribers and two winners from members. We'll start that up again. I had to put it on hold while I took care of all this, plus the people that won in Laguna and the people that won in Benicia. So, okay, so here we go. First of all, I wanted to tell you that Christy Nome, by the way, speaking of extensions, I love these extensions, but I'm having them taken out next Wednesday. It's just so much easier and it's less expensive. It's very expensive to have these put in and out. And I can save them if I want to use them again. But actually, when they take them out, my hair is still like this length. So it's just too hard. I can't curl it in the back. It's just too far to reach. So this old lady is dropping the extensions. We'll see how you like it. It's been a while since I had my regular hair. Okay, so here we go. So Christy Nome was talking about that they're going to give, this is the hit I got. They're going to give $10,000 apiece to the TSA agents who stayed at work. Now, I don't know if you remember, the first amount was $50,000. And I heard as clear as day, oh, hail to the no. So no, they had no intention and no plan to give $50,000. But mark my words, down the road here, you'll hear that even the $10,000, I don't know why, but they'll think of excuses. Some people may get it, but they're not giving out as much as you would think. And that $2,000 check, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. And he's furious at America for demanding those Epstein files, and they will pay. Let me tell you, I'm not going to give you all $2,000 afterwards. And the DOJ, if you can believe this, let's take a quick look, see. The DOJ is in on helping California sue for our Proposition 50. And that's giving us all kinds of extra seats. In the meantime, Texas can do this and not a word is said. This will go down flat, but let me just double check, okay? The DOJ is helping California sue, helping the Republicans in California sue for removing their seats. That's the real thing. They're upset their seats are getting removed. What's the outcome? Angel of light and mercy. What is the outcome? This will be a short video. I'm going on later today with my guy, Andre. He's a good astrologer, as well as Ness. Ness is coming at the end of the month. And so is Nate. People are depending on this. They're really hoping to see this. Here's a lot of battle in-house about this. They're just throwing you guys a dream. It's not for real. We're barking at the moon. It's not going to happen. Here's Trump reversed. Somebody's going to tell him he can't do it. He may not even really try, or it feels like legally, or Congress is finally saying enough. You got to start passing out money like you own this, but it's enough. So don't hold your breath waiting for it. Bad news. Disappointing news. Okay, let me take a look what happened. I know the stock market was dropping. I just want to take a little quick see. It kind of rallied a little bit. The stock is down 186, but it was down 500 and something this morning. But it's only 11 in the afternoon. Okay, so, okay, I got to tell you, I saw this thing with this great Irish guy that has a show, Graham Norton. He has a show in the UK, and he had on, this is obviously was an old video. He had on, why did I just go blank? He had on Joan Rivers. And my gal, I'm Not Bothered, from the Catherine Tate show, who I love. She was on there. And Joan Rivers, she had Catherine Tate rolling. She says, I'm 77 years old. And, I'm sick of these people who are always trying to be younger. And she said, Goldie Hawn. And I like Goldie Hawn. I mean, I think she just has a young look, but she nailed her. So she said, uh, she said, actually, I'm very good friends with Goldie, but, somebody tried to introduce me as a young 77-year-old Joan Rivers. She said, screw that. I'm old, 77-year-old. And she was old because she wasn't going to live much longer than that. She said one day Goldie Hawn said to her, I can't believe I have a grown daughter. And Joan Rivers said, I can. What do you mean you can't? So she said, the problems that happen when you're old female. She says, first of all, they wanted me to do a commercial. She said, is it out here in the UK? And people are going, no. She said, well, it's for this refresh, and it's a vagina lubricant to help for a dry vajayjay. She said, I suffer with a dry vajayjay so bad, camels follow me. She said, I got three Jewish guys that decided to rent my uterus rather than go to Miami. And those people were rolling. They were rolling. They were laughing so hard. I had one of her books. I was flying somewhere and I brought it with me. A big mistake. Or what did I have it on audio? I started it off and was crying, laughing so hard I had to turn it off and couldn't finish it because I just couldn't get through it. I was laughing so hard. She really was funny. She really was funny. So, okay, a drive at JJ. Oh, that's so dry. Camels follow me. Oh my God, I'm going to use that. So if you hear me using it, you know where I stole it from. Okay. I loved her thing where she talked about going out with older men and she always carried a tampon in her purse and she'd be looking for something to pull out the tampon. Oh, that's like me putting a little teeny tiny bikini underwears in my bathroom. So when a date would come over and he'd go use the toilet, he'd think, "Oh, look at her bikini underwears, all teeny tiny." Now that wasn't my luck. He came out waving the underwear, said, "Hey, where's your sister?" Okay, so here we go. There's more stuff I want to talk about, you guys. Hold on. Uno momento. I've had a lot of people ask me about Trump asking SCOTUS to get his E. Jean Carroll uh, conviction reversed. And let's just take a quick look see at it. The usual suspects will probably say, oh, of course, but let's take a look. The thing is, it was done by juries. Lots of times they don't touch the juries. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Just like this California thing, it was the people of California. Texas never asked anybody for a vote, but they voted in California. What are you going to tell all those people? Well, you have no power here. No, not going to happen. Tell me what I can tell everybody. Tell me what I can tell everybody. Okay. Will the Supreme Court turn the verdict around on E. Jean Carroll? Okay, so we start off with the high priestess, but it's reverse. It's a woman issue, crossed by the ugliness of the Supreme Court. The judgment has been made, and here's the money thing, okay? I don't see them being able to do it. Nope. Everybody's going to be really glad. Everybody's dancing in the streets. Nope. He still has to pay. He'll try to make an agreement with her for a little less or something, but he still has to pay. Yeah, he just really thinks everybody works for him. Now we need to know this whole Epstein thing that's going on. And I also want to ask about Swalwell too. This whole Epstein thing that's going on. Will the Republicans turn their back against Donald Trump with the Epstein file? I just heard yes. I just heard yes. He just whispered yes. Will they turn their back? And probably this weekend, maybe Saturday, I'll do a live. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Will I do see a lot of, ooh, you know who was upset too? Let's look at him, Matt Gaetz. I just saw him being all upset about that girl coming out. He wants to sue her because she came out with the truth. Epstein's will the Republicans turn against him. A lot of their constituents, it's bad enough they're going to charge him an arm and a leg for any kind of medical, but then he's making them hold on to this Epstein thing, and their constituents are saying, no, we want it out. We want the truth and we want it now. Will the Epstein files go out? Yeah, it's really going to be tough on the ones that didn't say yes. It may end their careers. Look at this. They're desperately fighting, trying to figure out a way to get by without having to make a determination. But let me look at Trump. I think if we do a layout on Trump, we'll get an idea of what exactly is coming up for him. You know, I'm getting beginning in January, things are going to really be bad. We'll ask and Andre, we'll ask him, but I'm feeling beginning in January, things are getting ugly. And I see his health really going downhill. January of 2026. How exactly is Trump standing? What's his standing in the world? What's his standing in America? January 2026. That'll give us more of an idea. Like if he's sunshine lollipops, then I don't know who this is. That's not Trump. For me, it's not. It could be a man is giving him a hard time. So he's sort of stuck, unable to move forward. Um, there's women around this. Um, he's trying to tell people they're delusional. There's a lot of women around this. Jesus, I got three women here. And then the turbulence, the military. He's got health problems too. He's got big time health problems. And they're judging him. They're judging him. They're judging the king. And he's going to have to pick up the pieces. He's got health issues. He's got a big slew of women, as well as a powerful man, really giving him a what for. I mean, I'm feeling escapism. I'm feeling I think, a damn fly coming down here. I feel like he wants to get the hell out of Dodge. That's what I'm getting. Okay, Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz. Actually, he's out of the contest now. So although he's mad about this and he's thinking about suing the girl that gave the truth because she's looking for money, but He paid her money, but she's looking for more money. But there's nothing she can do to ruin him. He's already kind of in his little nest there. Let me double check. He's not even friends with Marjorie Taylor Greene anymore. Marjorie Taylor Greene's not friends with a lot of them anymore. Ooh. Yeah, he's stuck. He's not making any comments. He's staying where he needs to stay. You might see him at Trump's funeral. Um, Interesting. So this whole thing that she's bringing out, although I didn't think it would interrupt his abilities, although his father has a lot of money, it feels like it will interrupt something with his future. He can't be considered for anything. Okay, thank you. Now let's look at our Eric Swalwell, which is a bunch of rigmarole. They're trying to start a war, you guys. And that may really is what pushes it with the Congress, because you're not supposed to go to war without going through them. And he's not doing any of that. Tell me about Swalwell. Eric Swalwell. I used to think he might be president. His cards were so good. Let's just double check. He has a beautiful family. He doesn't mind speaking out against Trump. We all like that. Okay, tell me about. Did you hear all how awful the Kennedy Center is doing? It's just terrible. They're all canceling. Nobody wants to go. It's beautiful. They're giving away tickets and they're still not showing. So this is costing Swalwell some money, but it's confining him or he's got a family to feed and he doesn't take Israel's money. So he will get stronger because of this. So some fight because of this makes him stronger in the political realm. So maybe this is like, I don't see presidency, but he could be a bigwig in office because he didn't mind standing up and fighting. Okay, now somebody asked, this is for what's his name? What's his name? Andre, but somebody asked, did the felon have something to do with Epstein's death? Hell yes. And I've been saying that since Epstein died. I was telling everybody it absolutely, and a lot of other psychics felt it too. It was not a suicide. Just happened to be that the cameras were out. There was no guards there. Uh, he was screaming. Nobody ran to see what was going on. He was murdered. I'm telling you right now. This was not Harry Carey. So, yeah. And Barr had a lot to do with this too. Because remember, Barr's father was in like Flynn with this guy, and he wanted to protect his dad. And I'm telling you, and I'll say it again, Epstein told anybody that would listen that he thought they might try to kill him. And he told Trump and all his people, you better get me out of here or I'm going to give them everything. I'm going to get, and let me tell you something, which is weird. He was in the pockets of Israel, but I think Israel helped set up his demise. It's really weird because they work on both sides of the road. They speak with a forked tongue. So I'm not all Israelis. I'm just talking about Bibi, whatever his name is. I just feel like they helped get rid of him. And Barr was part of this. Okay. The other thing I want to know is so Oswald's going to be okay. But when I was talking about, oh, the Bobo thing, Epstein said that talking about BJ's that Trump gave Bobo. I don't know why that seemed to not click to me. That didn't seem to click to me. And I don't see, uh, not, did I say Biden? I mean Clinton. Sorry, you guys. I don't see Clinton wanting a BJ. He likes BJ's from women, but I mean, I could be totally wrong. And if you notice, he's not talking about this Epstein thing. So let me look. Was that true about BJ's from BB? Was that true? Is that true? Well, it looks like it's not true. Made up version. Um, they tried to get something on Clinton. That I see for sure. Clinton feels like he's stuck on certain things. I think he's told his wife the truth. I think he's told her, listen, they did this. They begged me to get a massage, and then this girl really came on to me. That's what I'm getting. Um, I'm not getting that. Listen, okay, you guys just hear me out. I'm feeling it's not true. If he did get a BJ, it's not from what's his name? The orange weasel. It's not. I don't see that. Okay. But down the road, we will get the truth. Okay. So you will know that this was not true. Now, he may have been involved in some of the women, but we don't know for sure. You know, I have a friend that had somebody that was working an event that he was at. This is after the whole Monica, he wasn't president anymore, and he chased her around like a dog and didn't care who saw. So he's Clinton can be a dog. Okay, there you have it. There you have it. So we know that he likes the ladies, but he's a ladies' man. I'm not seeing the boys or really young girls. I'm not seeing, but you know what? If we find out different, then and if he's involved, let's bring it out. Okay, so this is the good part. I do think Republicans are going to defect on Trump bigly next year. I can't tell you exactly when, but I see a lot of it is either because a lot more Epstein files came out or he's not allowing it to come out. And isn't that interesting? He's asking the DOJ to look at Clinton and Epstein. Anything to get the attention away from him. They won't come up with anything. Just like with Eric Swalwell, it's a whole bullpucky thing. And it's just trying to get your eyes. Ooh, squirrel. So here's a very important question. SCOTUS is going to take up a hearing to do with mail-in ballots. And we really need to see what they decide on that. How is the American public going to feel after SCOTUS deals with mail-in ballots? You know, I just saw a few of the justices saying, yeah, no, that shouldn't be legal, but they're going to let it be legal. SCOTUS. I'm seeing more deaths coming up too in the next 3 or 4 months. It doesn't even have to be somebody currently in Congress, but I see people going, passing away. Okay, so tell me about mail-in ballots. Mail-in ballots. Oh, we'll be happy. Good news comes in. Riding the horse to success. The bird of paradise on our shoulders, coming out finally of having to deal with all this chaos. Happy, 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 happy. They won't find anything untoward. Like, in other words, there won't be any hidden agenda with that, like they try to make it out to be. Coming out of the Nine of Swords, which means no more drama and moving forward. You know, a lot of the mail-in ballots have to do with people overseas too. So this is a very good plus. Yay, that was good news. Okay. Yeah, people are wanting to know. Yeah, don't worry. Pam Bondi's going to lose her law license, and let's write. I'll after I get done with this, I'll ask Andre to take a look at her chart. Okay. Yeah, listen, when the governor of, which by the way, him and his wife are both in trouble, big trouble. But when the governor is ended, the governorship is ended for him, they're not going to be taken up by Republicans. I see a whole new beginning for Florida. They need a lot of work done because the housing market is terrible. Everything is terrible. It's really sad. So, you guys, I was going to keep this short. I'm going to be on today with Andre, and at 3 o'clock, I'm doing my three cards with my peoples. And I'll catch you later. Cheers. I'll kind of keep in touch with you guys. We got a lot of stuff going on. Um, we got a lot of stuff going. Oh, was it Nick Fuentes? One of those guys was saying, reparations is the worst. And people should not depend on, and he said Israel still has reparations, and he didn't know what to say because he's pro-Israel. But he said, yeah, Israel's still getting reparations. We're paying them left and right. All right. Okay, you guys. Talk to you. Cheers.